Good morning, okay, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on which time, whatever time you're looking at this video. Right now, it's morning. At home, listening a little like injury at the moment, but um, I want to talk about a device I've been excited about from I don't know when, but when time it was announced and the first leaks by John Prosser came out, and the design, the Pixel 6, and it has been in the headlines. It has been people has been talking about it. Camera samples. They said camera samples were leaked recently of it. We're not too sure, but that's what they say. And what was said about it, but we're not sure. We weren't sure. Well, yesterday Google, Made by Google. If you're not following Made by Google on Twitter, go follow them right now because you missed out on a lot yesterday. They basically said, you know what? Hold my bear, hold my salad, hold my lunch, hold my dinner, hold everything. Here is what you need to know about the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. And they talk about the Tensor chip codename Whitechapel, which have been co-developing with Samsung. They announced that. They spoke about that. Um, Spoke about basically said, here's the design. Yeah, it has been leaked. John Prosser said that Ember Blast has leaked it everywhere, but here is it officially and unofficially official. Here is the design. So here's something to hold yourself until our launch event, maybe September or October, whichever they announce it. Right? So that's that. Here you go. Here is the Tensor chip. What it can do. It takes our processing and our machine learning, our voice recognition, everything will be on that chip, that SoC. Everything will be on device, which is great. So imagine you wouldn't really need um, a data connection all the time. We don't really need an internet connection all the time to do things the assistant should be able to do without needing to go to the servers, to Google servers. And I figured that would be good for on-device processing, on-device work in terms of like on-device search. Like, so you would say you would ask the assistant to open your camera, turn your flash. It can do all that, but also I think it will even do much more when it comes to your own device. Things like opening certain apps or certain processes, it doesn't need to communicate with Google servers. It will do that much faster and much better. And so since this is done there, communication with Google now for what it need to get to that um, extra communication, you need to mother Google itself to the spaceship. It will even do it faster. So it's like Google is really taking it to another level, taking it up a notch. And the assistant is gonna be by far the best out there. Siri, I feel so sorry for Siri. Siri be like who's Siri? Who's that? Does Siri exist? But anyway, and also the cameras. They showed samples of the cameras. Now, what I like Google for, what I like that they did. I'm just kidding. I'm getting way ahead of myself. The excitement. What they did, I really liked was the fact that they pulled certain people. MKBHD, my boy Jay Williams. Follow Jay Williams on YouTube. Go follow him. Take a search, get him out. And I mean, he's Team Pixel all the way. He's Team Pixel all the way. But The Verge and these other guys, and when they told them about what the Tensor chip can do, what um, here's the phone itself, here is the device. Look, hold it, play with it, and they were excited, and that made me excited even even more for Google to just announce that and release. And, and I don't care what the price will be. Listen, listen, listen. If you want a Pixel 6, buy it. When it's released, buy it. Even if you don't want, even if you don't know about the Pixel 6, and when you see Google announce the Pixel 6, and if you're living under a rock right now and you've never heard of it, and then come September or October, and when Google announces the Pixel 6 and you're impressed, buy it. If Google says it's $2,000, buy it. It won't be $2,000, but I'm just throwing numbers out there. I'm just saying, because what YouTubers, what influencers, what they would like to do, the media, what they would like to do is, if you're not Apple or if you're not Samsung, you're too expensive. You're not worth. It's not worth your money. OnePlus, the OnePlus 9 Pro, they call saying it's too expensive. How is it? It's $1,099, $1,100, 12 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 88 processor, 250 megapixel sensors, tuned by Hasselblad, and a telephoto lens. But it's too expensive. iPhone 12, and don't forget expandable storage as well. Tuned by Hasselblad. They spend millions collaborating with Hasselblad. So, the iPhone 12, three 12 megapixel sensors, 120 gigs of storage. Not well, the 9 Pro, one available has 256 gigs of storage, expandable. But let's go. 128, non-expandable, $1,200. But it's too expensive. But the 1 Pro, not the 9 Pro, too expensive. The S21 Ultra doesn't have expandable storage, 3 12 megapixel sensors. But the 9 Pro is too expensive. You get where I'm going, right? The Xperia 1 Mark III, 4K display, 4K 120 Hz display, 256 gigs of internal storage, expandable. That means you can put an SD card on there. Did I mention 4K at 120 Hz? Headphone jack, Cinema Pro camera, alpha grade cinema footage, dedicated shutter button, 2-stage shutter button, $1,200, $1,300, sorry. But it's too expensive. Why? Because it's Sony. Meanwhile, they'll tell you the S21, because it has 5 lenses, but they're not saying, so it's more versatile, right? But they're not saying that the 2 telephoto lens the S21 offers, Sony does it with 1 lens, variable aperture. So what are we doing there again? Variable aperture, variable focal length. So what are we doing now? But anyway, I digress. Let's move on. But anyway, like I said, don't let nobody tell you the Pixel 6 is too expensive, because you don't know how much Google paid for R&D. Don't know how much they paid for the chipset to get that chip developed. You don't know. the battery, the display, and plus they're gonna market the Pixel 6 so much, so take in consideration the marketing. So you gonna tell Google their phone is too expensive? No, 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 brothers and sisters. No, no, my people. No, 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 no. If you want it, buy it. That's my opinion. That's the fact. If you want it, buy it. Don't get swayed by anybody's opinion because they're gonna tell you, oh, it's good, you know. The Pixel 6 is good. They're gonna tell you everything about the Pixel 6. That's good. But it's not a Samsung. So buy the Samsung instead. It's not an iPhone, buy that instead. I I'm excited. Really, I am excited. Now I've owned the Nexus 1, Nexus S, and I've owned other Nexuses. I've owned Android devices since I can't remember. So I've played with Apple devices, with iPhones as well. I've also played with them. I know what iPhones can do, and I always choose Android. I'm buying a Pixel 6, no matter what. I don't care. They'll say you can sell Apple, you have to sell an arm and a leg or a liver or a kidney for an iPhone. I'm gonna sell a liver and a kidney for the Pixel 6. That's me. That's me. Don't no folks don't, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I might. But anyway, enough of that. Enough of that. So guys, anyway, um I'm excited for the Pixel 6. I really am. And I thought that probably they would have talked about the 5A, but I believe on the 5A part, I think what happened, but that's just a theory I'm throwing out there. I believe that they were given everybody that was at that event, or maybe they got it in the mail, maybe they already mailed out to them. But I believe that they have the Pixel 5A. They already do. And they signed an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement if you're not familiar with it. And of course, they have an embargo period where they can't talk about the phone. They can use it with it to all going up, leading up to the review or leading up to release day. So I believe the 5A is Google is gonna probably do a soft launch, a press launch for it. They're gonna just put out a press release. You're gonna go on their website and you're just gonna see the phone there with the price, and then the day it's released, the day they're going to announce it, your YouTube timeline, your Twitter timeline, Facebook, Instagram, it's just gonna be flooded with 5A footage, 5A unboxing, 5A first impressions. Whoever wants to say they do a review, which, like Jay would say, an overview, because a few weeks, 2 weeks, less than a month is not enough time for a review. A review should be at least 3 months. I would even say 6 months. A review should be at least 6 months. I believe is a proper review time. 3 to 6 months, that's a proper review, because you give time for updates, because you know sometimes the device would come out with pre-release software, and then as time goes on they'll probably have another update come out. This improved, the camera improved, the speed improved. So when you see day one reviews, that's just impressions. First impressions. But you're gonna see it. But I'm looking forward to the Pixel 6, whichever time it comes out. When I don't know, it's September or October, they're gonna announce it, and I don't know how I'm getting it. I live in St. Lucia. I live in the Caribbean. To get that phone down is gonna be, I don't know how, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get hold of it. And I'm gonna have fun. I will have fun. So anyway, guys, while I maintain my excitement for the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, we'll talk again. Next time, we'll talk again. We'll talk soon. We'll talk real soon. In another discussion, another laid back, chill kind of discussion type. Who knows? Maybe next time I talking about the Pixel 6, I might have it in my hands. I might actually be able to show you. Say, hey guys, so let's talk about Pixel 6, and I show you my Pixel 6. But anyway, guys, anyway, folks, anyway, world, Bradley here, myself life, an average consumer doing YouTube. I'm out.